Another instance of contradiction of Einstein's definition of insanity. With modern computers, this is very common. You do something once or multiple times, you can expect different results. You can keep doing the same and keep getting different results without the intent to randomize. Before the load order actually changed, then the selection didn't change, but it gave me a notification anyway. I keep trying to do the same thing to reproduce the exact steps, but I cannot reproduce the result, even if I successfully reproduce every step. I wasn't gonna try again, then I successfully reproduced it by doing something I didn't do before. And I have to check if it actually. I'm pretty sure I didn't select and deselect before. Oh, it turns out I did. So yes, I do these things to find out, and I'm very relieved now because I was already gonna stop before, but like I said, but then this happened, and now I confirmed that it was my fault, and I just forgot. Oh, what a relief! Then it's solved. It's no longer a problem, you know. Otherwise, it would be. So I have no problem admitting it. Never mind, as expected. Yeah, this was an option too, and I checked. Okay, so this is how I discovered deep bugs. They might edit this at some point, or they might never solve this, but I noticed it. It was still reloading the order, or there was a. I don't know if you noticed, so let me show you. There's nothing here, but I don't select any. I do select it at one of this point. There, I selected and I unselected and I selected. Selection has changed, but there's nothing on the top here. Well, a few minutes before, when I didn't unselect and select something, it did the same. But that might be because even opening the load order while there is something reloading might trigger it to refresh or to save the state again. There, it's still reloading. But let me go back to the beginning so you're certain. Even from the loading screen. On the top, you cannot see anything reloading. No, now you can, of course, but before you could. But you can. You cannot see me selecting or unselecting anything. I don't. So the selection hasn't changed. But so because the earlier thing, changing the order or using a new, applying a new mod, and then exiting, that prompts the notification. But I exited before the process was finished. So even doing nothing, which should indeed prompt no notification as we've reproduced afterwards, even when you're doing nothing, if you open the box and it's thinks it's reloading the order again or still applying some of the new mods and it's still actually reloading, then you move back, it prompts the notification again. So either it prompts it again, or separately from exiting after editing, the process itself can actually prompt after it's finished. So maybe while you're in the shop, the notification can happen again. But I don't think so, because that would mean duplicate notifications are possible. And I do think they would like to eliminate this. But now, of course, I had a duplicate, but during two separate sessions, so that's not the duplicate I meant. I meant during the session afterwards, the same. No, that wouldn't happen. But this duplicate, oh yeah, I didn't do anything. And as evidence here, I'll show you again. As evidence a few times here, it shouldn't do anything. No notification. So yeah, I don't require any payment, but it would be nice, Bethesda. Like this I would increment as an hour's work. Just the last part was a joke. You can decide the rest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not the intent. Like, selection is changed. We will reload two times about the same process reloading. Also, while the reload is the application is probably actually instantaneous, so I don't know why it's still actually reloading. Changing load order, changing config settings, saving the file. Maybe the file management on the Windows side, maybe, especially with system protection, system integrity and stuff. Data folder protection.
Sam has told me so many stories about Aquila City. I feel as though I've lived here all my life.
password, it accepts the token. Two-factor authentication token. But then it refreshes and it just stays logged out. almost finished with this maze, and wow, I can't even split screen 50-50. My bad about that.
Remember, stay clear of Gallbank unless you're helping the Marshal.
You stay where I can see you, Marshal. Everyone stays in front of the building, you got me? If you make a move toward the building, a hostage dies.
You planning to tell me your demands at some point?
You find someone we can trust, and maybe we will.
Like who?
Not you, not one of your
Security
rangers,
around here is
and not
a
these city
joke.
guards neither.
What the hell am I supposed to do with that?
The Shaw gang's making fools of us all.
You need to stand back now. It's a hostage situation. Now please, get back, or I'll have the guards drag you away. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know you. Now please, stand back. Fine. Talk fast. I wish I could say you were wrong, but I'm backed into a corner here. Some folks from the Shaw gang tried to rob the place, but they got spotted by a guard. They took everyone inside hostage, and now they're keeping a watch so we can't move against them. They're using the intercom to communicate. It's a big group that hides outside the city and runs smuggling jobs off-world. They take in all kinds, rookies and veterans alike. Judging by their lack of preparation, I'd say this particular group is green as hell. Probably their first attempt at heist. That should work in our favor. Right about now, they're probably wishing they'd just stayed home. They won't talk to me. Say they don't trust the badge. They want a neutral negotiator. In other words, they didn't have a plan for this, so they're stalling while they come up with one. Without demands, I ain't got much to work with. About all we can do is wait and see. All right, I'm willing to allow that. But a few things first. Say what you have to, but whatever they ask for, there's no way in hell I'm giving it to them. Also, there are lives at stake, so don't get cavalier. Find out what they want, and then report back to me.
I sincerely hope you know what you're doing.
Hey, you in the bank. I'm sending in a negotiator, so don't shoot.
I'm sure things will turn out
And
just
don't try
fine.
nothing.
I'm sure everything will turn out just fine.
You're the negotiator, huh? If you think you're just gonna walk up here and get us to surrender, you're dead wrong. You're the negotiator, huh? If you think you're just gonna walk up here and get us to surrender, you're dead wrong. It's Jed. Jed Bullock. Well, ain't you polite? So tell me, stranger, how do I know you're gonna deal straight with us? I don't know you, so why should your word mean anything to me? Yeah, I'm already sick to death of this place. Okay, I can see you're not just the Marshal's tool. You want what we want. A nice, happy ending where nobody gets hurt. So let's talk. They talk too damn much. Complain about everything. But as much as we'd like to, none of us has shot one yet. We want to guarantee a safe passage to the spaceport and a ship. We'll drop the hostages off somewhere safe in the system. After that, we'll radio back where they are, and the Marshal and his crew can come and get them. But if anybody follows us when we break orbit, we start shooting people. Got it? What, you think we want to stay locked up in here? Hell no! Then persuade the Marshal that it ain't. This whole damn job's gone wrong. It was supposed to be just a quick hit. Clean and simple, you know? So let's all try to keep our heads, yeah? Because my guys, they're going crazy in here. I don't know how much longer we can last. What do you mean? It's up to the Marshal to make sure the hostages don't get hurt. Marshal might take us down, but we'll take down some of his on the way. I promise you that. Maybe you're right. Nobody gets hurt, we won't have to rot in jail for the rest of our lives. You really think so? Nobody's been hurt, so maybe the judge won't come down too hard on us. Yeah, I think this has gone on long enough. You go tell the Marshal we'll come quietly.
Well done back there. As representatives of Constellation, avoiding conflict is what we should always be striving to achieve.
Those guys are scared. I can tell. What's the word? son of an Ashta. How'd you pull that off? To be honest, no, I didn't. The Shaw gang isn't known for backing down. Good thing these were rookies. If we'd been dealing with some of the higher-ups, things might have gone differently. Considering those are Shaw's people, that's damn near a miracle. Here, you've more than earned this. You got us out of a tough spot, and you did it with courage that's not common. As a matter of fact, you might just be Freestar Ranger material. If you're interested, head on over to the Rock and ask for Emma Wilcox. She handles the new recruits.
Please stay calm and let our security forces do their work.
Shimon, baby.
Marco! Are you all right? They didn't hurt you, did they?
It's okay. I'm okay. I just need a minute.
Thank you for saving my husband. I was so scared.
Glad that's over with.
Hey there. Aquila City is lucky that Hope Tech still deals with them after the reception I've gotten. I come here offering business, employment opportunities, and they practically spit in my face. I'm a senior vice president. Cut my teeth with mineral acquisitions for some of the pricier things we need for the ships. I was really looking forward to having my own region to manage. But now... That's right on the money there. So Ron Hope assigns me to Aquila City. And I'm excited, right? Could be a plum assignment. But I need a place to sleep here. So I bought some prime real estate for me and my girl. And damn it, you'd think I plowed through a sacred burial site. Listen. I'm not the one selling some priceless historical manor. That's not on me. That's just the thing, isn't it? It's not really. All the manors on the core were built by the founders. But this isn't some sort of sacred ground, right? It's just housing. And the owners before, some nobody third-tier family. But it's the core. Like I care. And give them the satisfaction? Never. Thanks for hearing me out. Hope you have a better day than I've had. You're damn right I don't. In fact, I almost feel sorry for them. Bunch of wrong-headed, judgmental, backward-looking dust wranglers. That's what these people are. Every credit I spent on that house, I made with honest, hard work. I come here to make my way, and this is how they treat me. I can tell they're all hoping I sell and move out, but the hell with that. I'm gonna stay here and stick it to them all. Make them suffer. I committed the great sin of buying a house. The fact it was in the core is apparently grounds for me to face a firing squad, based on the looks I've been getting. Everyone seems to think the core is some kind of sacred ground, only fit for worthy descendants of the city founders to live in. Well, real estate is real estate. I don't give a damn where it is. The place was for sale and I bought it. I didn't cheat or do anything wrong. If people don't like it that an outsider bought one of their ancient family residences, then it's their problem and not mine. You all right?
Well, that was fun.
One of the few good people on this miserable rock.
If those bastards so much as laid a hand on you.
No, nothing like that happened. They were more scared than we were.
Okay, good.
I think I've seen enough of the Shaw gang to last a... Glad you showed up when you did.
This place will never... A genuine pleasure talking with you.
You looking for a bounty? The Trackers Alliance can help.
You must fancy yourself a bounty hunter if you're coming to speak with me. If you think you can hack taking down wanted criminals for pay, the Trackers Alliance posted the mission boards like the one you'll find at the hitching post. I haven't been in the game for a while. These days I'm more on the admin side of things, finding new recruits, dealing with freelancers, etc. But the wildest bounty I had was for a guy who smuggled several tons of Aurora off of Neon. I was hired by Benjamin Bayou himself. Simple, or so I thought. Tracked the marker across the settled systems only to find out it was a diversion and the guy was actually still on Volite Alpha. Built himself a little floating base using scrap crafts out in the deep waters. Swam out a ways to reach him without alerting him to my presence. When I found the guy, he was so blitzed on his own supply that he went willingly. Thought I was an angel, leading him to the promised land, instead of directly to the local authorities. Show no mercy, leave no quarter.
The rock isn't exactly massed, but as seats of government go, it's still quite an impressive structure.
You can see my great whatever grandma's name on the charter.
Still, not a proper founder.
So you're saying we don't belong in the Corps?
I ain't saying that.
We're a whole sight better than that damn Frank Leiston.
Of course, God forbid. You're standing in the oldest and best part of the settled systems.
My ancestors
As long as
worked
there's been a
directly
Kila
for
City,
Solomon Corps.
my family's...
That's better than many of the other founding families can claim.
Aquila would be a quaint world to retire on, if the damn wildlife wasn't so hostile.
Roach,
I know I trust you, but the record streak, I'm only one away. Again.
Roach,
Know what happened the last time I was paired up? I don't want
Roach,
this new one to... What?
our new potential recruit. She's
Standing right here. Yeah, I said I know. I'm aware of her presence, have been since she walked in the door. I said what I said. I stand by it. And rookie, don't you dare let me down. Got a lot to prove around here. Look what the Astra dragged in. Pretty sure Agent No One wants to talk to you.
A nod to the stars that align our paths. prompt. Good trait for a tracker. Anyhow, we can talk about punctuality or we can get down to business. I am agent number 1, or no one, if you prefer. It seems you've decided to entertain our offer. Good. Understood. Being visited by a tracker can be intimidating. Despite what others may tell you, a little fear can be healthy. That being said, we devoted resources to reach out to you that we could have used elsewhere. Were I you, I would feel honored by that. A drop of enthusiasm can breed an ocean of success. Remember that. However, it is not as simple as accepting and taking an oath. You must be tested in the field and face a true challenge before taking up the mantle of tracker. Do you have any questions before we proceed? Why not you? I know of your accomplishments. Your bravery on Vectera, fighting off the Crimson Fleet, made the news. In Aquila City, you thwarted a dangerous hostage situation without violence. I could say more, but trust that you would not be here if I did not believe you worthy.
News of my good deeds travels fast. No,
The mission boards are merely a tool we use to expand our reach to freelancers who either do not have the capabilities or the desire to work with the Trackers Alliance in a more official capacity. To put it simply, those bounties are trifles compared to what official trackers deal with. They're lower risk, lower reward. Excellent. Before we accept you as an official tracker, you'll need to demonstrate competency in the field. To that end, I would like you to first accept the available bounty on the wanted display on the nearby wall, then report back to me.
You ever want to learn from the best? I'm your guy. Hey, you should speak with Agent No One first. What are you standing around for when there's fugitives on the loose?
always more bounties to collect. Good. You have your mission. Once you are a tracker, you may not get a briefing like this for your missions. You'll be expected to handle them by yourself. The Trackers Alliance facilitates bounty hunting. We don't hold hands. For all intents and purposes, you are an independent entity affiliated with the Trackers Alliance. You may utilize our resources, including our database if need be, but you cannot expect someone to be with you every step of the way. That is not how we operate. Then you will not make it far as a tracker. No one said this would be easy. It's up to you to investigate, follow clues, and hunt for your target. They're not always so kind as to tell us where they are hiding. Excellent. I knew you could. The target for this mission is admittedly one of our toughest. Not because of how dangerous he is, but because of how often he has evaded us in the past. His name is Hannibal Eutropio. He's wanted for 94 counts of spaceship grand theft. We have reason to believe he runs a chop shop somewhere out in the fringes, but we do not know where. Luckily, we have intel that one of his associates, Adrastos Dakota, is currently here in Aquila City. For your first mission, you were assigned a partner, Roach. He will have more information. Speak with him. Hannibal's crew steals spaceships and brings them someplace where they can illegally strip them for parts, or make the ships completely untraceable. Then he modifies them and resells them, or their parts, for a tidy profit, hence the name Chop Shop. Roach has been instructed that if he wants to continue in our service, he will comply. He will get over it. He always does. I trust that his demeanor will ease once he gets to know you. Roach is one of our best trackers. You would do well to learn from his techniques. I wish you the best of luck. Leave no quarter. Show no mercy.
Yo, Inevitable.
What's up, Tank?
You've been doing this a while, huh? The whole tracker thing, I mean.
You could say that.
And Roach hasn't been doing it nearly as long, right? But he keeps going on about almost beating some crazy record streak or something. But like, how's that possible when you've been doing this for way longer than he has? Why don't you have the record?
Well, even if I did care about such things, which I don't, I simply take my time. While Roach is out there chasing down easier targets to pad his record, I took the bounties that required me to do months of investigative work.
Ah, got it. So, like, is he not as good as you then? 'Cause that's kind of what it sounds like.
Tank, you may need to slow down and listen. That isn't what I said. Roach is very good at what he does. He just takes a different approach.
Okay, but between you and me, it still sounds like you're the better tracker.
No comment. Watch more than you speak. You'll learn from the start. I'm pleased you chose to join us. Call me Inevitable. Yes. I chose this call sign to remind me how important it is to take my time. My work may take longer than others, but I never make mistakes. And I always find my quarry. No one has escaped me in over 40 years. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't. The Trackers Alliance will function and thrive even without your help. Nevertheless, I agree with Agent Number 1 that you could prove to be a valuable asset for the Alliance. I would rather you with us than against. You're welcome. All I did was extend the invitation. You decided to follow through and brought yourself. I didn't choose to recruit you. But I did the research and tracked you down. Surprisingly, it was not easy. That overzealous follower of yours, he tends to talk about you quite a bit. In fact, it was so much that it took me longer than expected to realize that it wasn't just a parasocial relationship and he knew where you were at all times. I waited for him to start up the rumor mill and let it slip where you could be found. You should maybe have a talk with him. Let's just say it exposes a vulnerability in my armor. Perhaps my skills are not what they once were. Yes, patience is your #1 virtue. That is something I did not understand fully when I was younger and less experienced. As a novice tracker, I was impetuous. One of my early quarries took advantage of this. He would wait for me to act rashly and falter, which gave him the upper hand he needed to escape. The cycle would repeat. He evaded me for years. It wasn't until I understood the value of patience that I caught up with him and finally claimed the bounty on his head. That's how I earned my call sign. It may take time, but I always get my mark. I have all the time in the world. Silence is nice, but this is awkward. Not much. I've been doing this longer than any of the other trackers, even Agent #1. I pay little mind to the claim I was the best. I've no need to compare and no ego to feed. Not like Roach chasing some asinine record. My specialty is tracking our most elusive targets, which takes longer. Sometimes months or years. I do my job thoroughly, and that's all there is to it. That being said, I rarely go on the hunt these days. My experience is now far more valuable as an agent than a field tracker. Not quite. It is rare that a tracker lives long enough that they can choose to retire. Those who do are truly fortunate. Some of us decide to continue our service to the Alliance as agents and offer our services as guides and teachers. Our experience is valued. Does that worry you at all? Does it change your mind about wanting to be a tracker? Of course. Just understand that I'm the exception, not the rule. This is dangerous work, even by your standards. Be well.
Man, I gotta say, being a tracker is pretty awesome.
I don't mind these breaks in the silence. of yours. He tends to talk to realize that I waited for him to talk with the root social zealous. That overzealous follower of yours. He tends to talk about you quite a bit. In fact, it was so much that it took me longer than expected to realize that it wasn't just a parasocial relationship and he knew where you were at all times. I waited for him to start up the rumor mill and let it slip where you could be found. You should maybe have a talk with him. Let's just say it exposes a vulnerability in my armor. Perhaps my skills are not what they once were. Yes.
That his demeanor will.
In fact, it over no comment. You're down. I chose me take my quote. Function are you all surprised? Not. Until we speak again.
Kind of weird reaching out to them instead of the other way around, isn't it? You're pretty convinced.
Roach?
I know, I trust you.
Watch more than you speak. You'll learn faster. I'm pleased you chose to join. Call me in. You're welcome. I didn't choose to.
What?
No, this is not a condemnation of you in any way. Let's just say it exposed. Until we speak. My time is yours. Not much. I've been doing this longer than any of the other trackers. Even Agent Number 1.
getting a new tracker? Nice to meet you. Call me Tank, 'cause there ain't no stopping me. I'm new around here too, but if you've ever seen me run the Red Mile, you know I'm not just blowing smoke. Anyway, hit me up if you want to swap pointers, or just shoot the shit, you know? Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. 19 successful runs last I checked the leaderboard. Anyway, keeps my skills sharp, which is even more important now that I'm a tracker. I know I don't look like much of a tracker or a runner, but I'm cool with people underestimating me. Makes it that much more special when I crush their expectations. I don't know. There's gotta be something, right? Like, how would you deal with a target that seems ready to blow your brains out, but you know he's not in his right mind? Like he's on Aurora or something. Kind of. Yeah. No, it did. Almost exactly like that. It was my first mission, and I froze up. Luckily, I had a partner for the mission. He was creeping up behind the guy, tackled him and cuffed him before he could do anything. Obviously, I still think about it. Ending someone's life is never easy. You'd think it would be for trackers like us, given the dead part of wanted dead or alive. It is for some, but I'm not there yet. I don't know if I'll ever be. Yet, if I've got to do it, I will. Like you, I just feel bad. Good. It's been good. Kind of easy compared to the Red Mile, maybe. I mean, people may be unpredictable, but they're easier to take down than the beasts on Porima 3. Heck, sometimes they give up willingly. And the other trackers seem to appreciate my work. Even the grumpy ones who think I'm too soft. But they shut up real quick when they see me in action. Probably because I'm too friendly. Almost everyone around here is either all business or standoffish. Maybe that's just what happens after you do this for a while. But nah, not me. Gotta take some time away from being a ruthless bounty hunter to be a real human being, you know? Otherwise, what's the point of it all? And it's the same with some of these targets. Some of them just messed up real bad and deserve another chance. You need to remember, they're people, and not just a picture with the fat cred stick attached. Hasta luego, my friend.
The Alliance is strong and getting stronger by the day.
Well, if it isn't the rookie. Hey, so, about earlier, when you first arrived, Right, you're not. Because when we're working together, you're going to follow my instructions so you can learn from a real professional. I was doing great until I volunteered to partner up with a rookie like you. They ran in, guns blazing, got shot up, and we had to evac, which let our Mark get away. Couldn't save him either, so waste all around. But now, I'm being voluntold that I need to partner up with you for reasons I don't want to get into right now. So, best not disappoint me. The record for consecutive successful bounty missions is held by a tracker who went by the call sign Volk. 372 consecutive bounties brought in. That's 372 with no escapes, no mistakes. I came close to beating this record, but, well, didn't. Guy was a legend around here, but don't bring him up. It's a bit of a sore spot for a lot of trackers. You ever work with someone who was really good at their job, but they just seem to rub everyone the wrong way? The boss won't do anything about it because they're afraid of losing that person. It was like that with Volk and the previous Agent No One. Except Volk was just needlessly cruel to his quarries. And everyone. Even his allies. I mean, like, torturing children to draw out their parents kind of cruel. He was a bad dude. He killed the previous No One. I don't want to talk about it anymore. And neither should you. I know you think you're hot shit, but if you don't have the skills to back it up, the only tip I'll be asking you is where are all the best spots in the afterlife? Now let's get down to business. This Adrastos guy is our ticket to finding Hannibal. We find him, bring him in, and get the information out of him. Any questions? If I had, he'd already be dead or behind bars. I know he slipped away from all the other trackers who've gone after him, but my plan will let us finally get the drop on this slippery chasm bass. If I had, he'd already be dead or behind bars. I know he slipped away from all the other trackers who've gone after him, but my plan will let us finally get the drop on this slippery chasm bass. Stop it, you're being weird. Don't worry about that. They always talk. Eventually. We'll make sure of that. Great. Adrastos was last sighted in town, so we're going to go out there and you'll use your scanner to find him. Once we do, we'll convince him to chat with us. By force, if need be. If you don't have any more questions, let's hit the road. Ah, so you want to learn from the best. Well, let me tell you. All that matters in this line of work is that you get the job done. Sometimes that means skirting the law. It's usually on our side anyway. Alive or dead means you've got a choice. Don't get too hung up on it. Always go with whatever guarantees success. No sense bringing morality into it. These people are wanted criminals on the run from justice. Last thing, competition is a strong motivator. That's how I got where I am today. It's the hope. He's our only lead at the moment. Now, if the question is, do I trust him? That's a different story. But again, we do what we can with the information we have. Funny you ask. Until recently, no one even knew what he looked like. Despite his many crimes, he's managed to keep an exceptionally low profile. As you can imagine, it's hard to find someone when you don't know their face and can't find their base of operations. This is compounded by the fact that he never leaves a trace, and we never know when or where he'll strike next. The fact that we got info linking Adrastos to him is a damn miracle. I think we were given a bum deal. Hannibal has been on the wanted list for ages, and no tracker's been able to nab him despite many trying. But maybe Agent No One's expectations are low, and they just want to see how you handle a tough but low-stakes situation. For that, I guess it's perfect. I just wish they weren't intent on dragging my record down with it. Easy. I assume you've used your scanner to find resources? Well, it's like that. Except you'll be scanning people for active bounties. I'll even make it easy for you this time and let you know when I see him. But when you're on your own, no one will be there to hold your hand. Normally, you'd either kill your target or disable and arrest him. At that point, you'd put a tracking beacon on him and someone would be called in to take him away. But we're bringing this guy with us for this mission. It's good and all you want to get to know me, but I don't see how it's going to help us right now. Let's focus on the mission first. It'll tell us more about each other than any small talk ever could. And if you still want to know more, we can talk when we get back. Don't get yourself killed out there!
The hunt continues. I hope you fare well.
Glad to be on the same path as you.
Pickpocket! Stop! That isn't yours to take. What the hell?
Damn! Tell him stop!
Leave no quarter. Show no mercy.
What are you standing around? I wish you luck. But we both know it's more about skill.
My time is yours, should you need it.
Well, if it isn't, I'd wish you luck, but we both know it's more about
Good to
skill.
see you again. Leave no quarter.
Okay, Drastos is likely wandering the streets around here somewhere. Open up your scanner and look for anyone with a bounty. We may need to check other areas of the city, but he's bound to be here.
Can I help you? I think I might have that kind of connection. What's it to you? Maybe I can. Maybe I can't. Doesn't mean I want to share anything I know with you. You know, he would be pretty pissed if he knew I squealed. Who knows what he'd do to me? I might take you up on that offer. Okay, fine. I'll tell you what you want to know. What exactly do you want to know? Something about Hannibal, right?
You need to tell us where he is. Then, as long as the intel's good, we can consider letting you off easy. Got it?
Because I'm sure Mr. Tall, Dark, and Menacing over here will make sure the rest of my existence is both painful and humiliating? You don't have to tell me twice. Truth is, Hannibal could be anywhere. I don't know how to tell you where he is.
I don't believe you. You better start...
But I know where to find his chop shop. I don't know what you want me to say. Hannibal's got a team of spacers, mechanics mostly, but also some muscle. If you're planning on going, you best be prepared to fight, because they don't like unannounced visitors. Yeah, of course. It's an old abandoned star yard in the Andromos system. Andromos 4A to be exact. Surrounded by a field of giant space rocks. Can't miss it. Actually, you can. That's kind of the point.
Great. You're coming with us then. You run, you die. You cause a commotion, you die. You so much as sneeze without asking.
I die. I think I get it. Well, what are we waiting for? To the chop shop.
Right. Hey, rookie, a word? So normally, you'd register Drastos with the system and leave him bound for someone to come pick him up. But we need him to tag along with us. Now, if we show up in my ship, we'll lose the element of surprise. I'd rather keep our cards close to our chest. Gives Hannibal less chance to escape. Not really. Seemed a little too easy, but what other choice do we have? I'm not about to let this opportunity to bag Hannibal get away from us. Worst case, we shoot a bunch of baddies and we still have a Drastos. Nah, too many unknowns. What if he's got a crew waiting for him? What if he's got a way to jettison us into space? I don't like it. No, I've got something else in mind. See, the last guy I took in wound up dead and unknowingly donated his ship. It's a nice ride and the parts are valuable. We'll use that. Drastos here is going to help us on the comms as we approach.
Oh, I am?
Or he'll find himself in deep space without a suit. He's going to play it as if he jacked a ship and brought it to be chopped up. And he's going to do it without giving it away that we're on board because he knows what'll happen if he does.
As I was saying, I'm going to do just that.
If you need them, bring them along for the ride, but they need to listen and stay off the comms. Of course, it may be a little cramped in there with everyone one, so maybe you could just let your crew take leave for a bit. Up to you. It's your op. He'll stay behind on the ship. Not much trouble he can get into with his hands tied, and there isn't exactly anywhere he can go. Plan doesn't change much. There'll just be more bodies, and hopefully Hannibal won't escape. Great. Let's get to it then. The ship's parked at the spaceport. You'll be the one in the pilot's seat, so I can keep an eye on our good buddy Adrastos.
That junk looks painful. Not doing that.
I get tired of being ordered around. I want to be my own boss.
But list, that's like walking a tightrope without a safety net.
I come from a line of farmers. Good ones, too. I just need a patch of land, the right lady, and we could make a good life.
And what if a spacer comes along? The Rangers won't help you out of three-star space.
I've been practicing at the firing range. I can hold my own.
I can't imagine colonizing someplace with List.
There are some moons or planets where you could be the only living person there. Imagine. It's not that the Freestyle Collective is bad.
But there's
I just
something
want to see
for.
on my own time.
Kind of booked up right now. Sorry. I do jobs for the Trade Authority. There's always something.
I don't like those hooligans in here after hours.
No harm, no foul. I mean, some of that work was even pretty good. Almost hated to clean it up.
Well, just keep an eye on it. If the water filtration gets busted, it's bottled water until we get it back up and running.
It's just kids being kids. It'll be fine.
He did a good job. You'd have no idea it was a mess yesterday.
We do what we can to keep the graffiti in check, but what you gonna do?
My bet is whoever tagged the water equipment was from the stretch.
Whoever tagged the water equipment has a career in art. I should have taken a picture.
Well, at least there was no damage to the equipment.
You're in the Vanguard, right?
Aquila City's really the heart of the Freestar Collective.
Everything good? We're here to help.
Well done. Well done indeed.
I'm not gonna hold this against you. You're just doing your job.
Hi. Your next stop wouldn't be the Charybdis system, would it? We got a report of a distress call out there, but we don't have the shift to send someone that far out.
Vous cherchez quelque chose? Pardon? No time to chat. Je peux vous aider? Hey. Bonjour. Can't talk right now, sorry.
Is Solomon Coe really all that? Some make it seem like he built the whole damn Freestar Collector by himself.
I'm sure some of the tales grew in the telling, but no one denies he found Cheyenne. And set up his camp not far from here. Aquila City was his baby.
I don't buy it, though. The United Colonies wouldn't let some ragtag settlers stake a system like this without a fight.
It was a different time. Everything was new, everyone fleeing Earth as quick as you can. If he tried it today, I'm sure the UC would have shut him down.
And there is no way he wore that getup.
Jansen family immigrated here from the UC.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade authorities always buy. Kiosk right here for you. Anything I can help you with? I'm sure you can find something. I'm sure you can find.
down.